Fearmongering is one of the most persuasive and common elements of marketing within our fitness culture. It's almost everywhere you look on social media and even in the news these days, and it's very common for good reason, is that it works. Not necessarily because it works to help you avoid all the negatives and downsides that you will avoid in your health and fitness, because it totally doesn't protect you against anything. And it also doesn't work to help you achieve the positive benefits and the results that you want, because it totally doesn't help there either. It is very common because it works to sell you things. It gets you reading the articles and clicking on the videos and buying the supplements, and because it's all done in a way to build up the credibility of whoever's presenting the information. The problem with fear-mongering is there is no context. It completely ignores a lot of nuance that you actually need to understand in what you need to do to get the results you want, and more importantly, it hurts your results because it's pulling your attention away from the things that actually do matter. And that's where we can have the antidote to a lot of the fear-mongering out there. Because again, this stuff is very persuasive because it hijacks into your lizard brain of like, oh, here's 20 reasons why you should never eat broccoli ever again. And we're so ingrained in this because we humans have evolved to basically be dumb, panicky animals. So when someone's telling us to be afraid of something, we're just like, oh no, tell me more. And it's hard to get the reason machine in our mind kicked into gear. So the first thing, of course, is always recognizing just general context. A lot of times when people are like, oh, this common ingredient found in vegetables is going to give you cancer and stuff, is almost always stripped of all context, nuance, and more importantly, not even recognizing dose dependence. It's like, okay, yeah, there might be this one tiny ingredient in broccoli that may give you cancer. If you eat nothing but broccoli for the next 30 years, then it could be a threat. But generally, given the average consumption of broccoli with people, it's not a threat, but you don't get that type of nuance and context. This is also with exercise too. You know, we coaches love to be like, oh, you should never deadlift, and oh, the plank is a terrible exercise and all this. But the reality is everything can be either helpful or harmful depending on the application, the technique, and the programming. And I've learned over the years, oftentimes the hard way, if I'm getting a bad result from doing something, I know the fault is mine in how I'm doing the exercise, and I need to make some tweaks to make it go from bad to good. And then finally recognizing that the avoidance of bad things and the pursuit of good things is almost never due to one single variable about like what kind of food you eat or avoid or what kind of exercise you practice. It's always about your ability to achieve a basic fundamental objective with your diet and exercise habits. Are you creating the stimulus you want in the gym? Are you satisfying your appetites like hunger, nutritional support, and even hedonic support with the foods that you're eating? Always keeping those objectives in mind give you the power to make the contextual assessment on, okay, is avoiding bananas really necessary or really helpful? Is not deadlifting or throwing out the pull-up really helpful? Because when you recognize it's like, yeah, but I can use the pull-up to really challenge the work capacity in my back and biceps to build muscle, then you know it's a good exercise for you. If you recognize that when I eat more fruit, for example, sugar cravings go down and I feel more satisfied, then you know it's better for you. It's always about achieving those basic fundamental objectives that determines your ability to avoid the bad things and pursue the good things, not whatever sort of thing the experts are trying to tell you to be afraid of. Have courage, my friend. Walk boldly forth. Best of luck in your workouts this week. And as always, be fit and live free.